Hello, this is Lance Wolf, and this is video 6, the upper rocket launcher. Here I'm working with vinyl parts. This is the first time I've worked with vinyl parts, but the vinyl kit that I kit bashed was just perfect for what I needed. And there's some shots of what the reference material. Now right there, I wanted 4 ports to empty out the back. Now the Russian tank uses it's where they load the rockets, which they go right in the back. But here I just wanted these massive doors that looks like they could open up with lots of vents. And also pre-thinking what the tubes might need. That's what the other little piece I'm getting ready to inject into this toy. I found a toy that matched the Russian rocket launcher, and it had the right amount of holes in the front, so it was going to save a lot of time, and it literally gave me the exact shape I was looking for. So I had to gut it and stretch it. And then here I'm just using mat board to break the piece apart. And now here I've interjected the vinyl parts that I wanted with some plastic parts. Those are actually ladders from a train set, which just work perfect for little vents. And now I'm building up a base so I can build parts onto to denote the mechanisms of the rocket launcher, trying to keep in mind the whole time the space I need for what's going to raise a rocket launcher. And mat board works wonderful. It's like a wood product. You can sand it. It requires a lot of glue to saturate the corners so it doesn't peel like paper, because basically that's what it is. It's compressed paper. And but the best part about it is it's acid free, so the model will never yellow. And it's just a great medium. Now here I'm making a paper cutout that I use the computer. I literally scan the parts in, and here I'm trying to conserve the paper a bit, conserve the mat board so I don't have a lot of waste material, because basically I'm using nothing but recycled parts. This is leftover mat board from a framing store actually, and this is what they would normally throw out. And this is the kind of stuff I use to build my parts. So in a sense I like to, the fact that I'm using junk try to make something out of it. And here I'm just fitting one of my little paper parts to use. That was a good shot of the floor there, so you can see my lighting umbrellas. This is, I have these little pieces of mat board, and I love using the computer here to map out patterns for the armor plating I'm doing, because I'm going to cover this rocket launcher so I can start decorating it. And it's probably a lot more goes into it than you think. There's a lot of pre-thought, a lot of reference, and here I've already put most of the cardboard on, and I'm just lining things up, getting ready to add more stuff to it. And once I got to this point where it was covered, I had to start using cornering putty, because some of the little cardboard parts just don't work as well. And cornering putty really works well for sanding, and plus at this point where mat board works very well, when it gets enough glue on it, it becomes such a great medium to sand. So it's constantly prepping it, and it really, it's like working with wood in a sense. And it's that one base part that I can use for everything. So here you can see I've filled the bottom of the rocket launcher to make it. And there's my constant toolkit for carving the mat board, which is great. It's a wonderful base to work with, and a lot of cornering putty, a lot of glue. It's really messy, but it really gives you a great malleable base to work with. And this piece was quite fun to do, and I'm getting ready to go back to the computer here in a bit. But as you can see here, it's almost at this point I'm just sanding this massive base, and it really is a little tedious, because you're working the model a great deal. It's constant work to fit the corners, to basically drive this design. And I'm creating a base so I can start decorating it. And here's a shot of a badge of the Showbiz Expo. Shows you how long I've been doing this. And of course, the shelf in the studio with all the fun things that inspire my work. Getting back to the model, right here, the corners were really hard to line up, and I'm getting ready to add these arms. And the concept here is I have 2 arms. A quick shot of the studio there. That's where I do all my video editing. The 2 arms are going to be 2 forks. And I had to figure a way, I have the drawings, the artwork I'm doing, and I'm basing it a great deal on the mechanism of this Russian tank, so it has that real-world realism, and sort of has that look. Plus here I actually scanned the toy in so I could create the blast shields, so the gun would stay, so it would represent the rest of the guns on the model all have the same look. I put all that same little shield on it, which is based on a World War II rocket launcher. And it's things like that that add certain amounts of realism. I love referring to World War II. World War II is fantastic, as well as modern technology. But here the arms are getting ready to go on, and they're slowly building structure to them. And I'm adding all the little bits and pieces to denote this rocket launcher's mechanism. And the hard part was using the different types of plastic. You run into a position where things will start to melt. So things have different drying rates. And here I'm putting just a little decoration on the top. I didn't want to put a lot because, again, it's just rocket tubes, so there wouldn't be a lot of entry. So you're constantly referring to the Russian tank to see how theirs looks. And the video's coming to an end here. I've got the arms on, and there was a problem with how they dried, which trouble you can run into, but I'll explain it in the next video. But again, I hope you like this continuing look of the rebuild of the AAT Hovercraft. And again, thank you very much.